Hello, this is Tom Cloud with this week's Precious Metals Market Update. Thank you for all the support last week. We got over, I think, 70 requests for the articles I talked about, and thank y'all because that's important that you care and got those articles. And certainly anybody that didn't see last week's show that wants the articles on the go-back currency by the Chinese yuan and the possible confiscation of 401ks, we'll be happy to send it to you if you request it. Let's jump right in. Even since last week, this world is just changing so fast. It's unbelievable. We've had the former head of the Federal Reserve, Alan Greenspan, come out and say that the trust funds are insolvent for Social Security and everything else for that matter. And he blames it on the Congress and the inability of the last 8 years under Bush and 7 years under Obama as the problem of letting this thing get completely out of hand to where now, so this was shocking to people. But the biggest shock came with the bail-in information coming out of Europe last Wednesday when 11 countries were ordered to put out their policy within 2 months on bail-ins. It wasn't Germany, it wasn't France, it wasn't the big players in the EU, it's the ones like the Sweden and Italy, Portugal, Spain, Ireland, these 11 countries to put out, because the big countries have already said if there is a bail-in, the country is taking the position they will not be involved in the bail-in at all. Zero. It will all go to you, the depositor, and your money will be taken legally if there is a bank crisis either this year, later this year, or any time in the future. 11 countries are now under that they have got 2 months to come out and put their policy about bail-ins and the collapse of banks in their country. So basically, we know they'll follow suit. But people, if you don't understand this is moving to America, you're making a grave mistake of sometimes decades of work, retirement, not having it anymore, and thinking the very people that have put you in this position, your government, is going to be the people that get you out, is a huge financial mistake. When you look back at the 1930s and look at what people lost when gold was confiscated and their fiat currency started, you look back and see those years of depression, and you got to realize that history repeats itself. But you better get involved in it and look at it. The other thing we'll look at is the Chinese. The big news broke last week that they have now completed the 24 hubs where they're going to have the yuan where you can cash it in your currency and take delivery of the yuan. This is devastating for the dollar. As these hubs build up in volume and we come to special drawing rights where China becomes part of the IMF around October the 20th. And I've said it every week and I'll say it again, sometime between now and October 20th, China will release their gold supply that last time was 1,081 tons in 2009, that now is estimated anywhere between 5 and 15,000 tons. And as I've said, if it's over 8,100 tons, what the United States is supposed to have, you're going to know part of that gold is ours. We've leased it. China took possession of it. We're holding fiat currency and not real gold. And certainly everybody's waiting to see what that number is going to be. And we've got June, July, August, September until it has to be announced by China. So you can, try to guess what it's going to be or just wait and see. But either way, it's going to be devastating to how much gold China's caught up with. But these 24 new hubs are what you got to worry about. And England's the one that put a dagger in the U.S. because the U.S. begged them not to do this and become part of that group that was converting their currency to yuan, which takes directly from the U.S. dollar. Because we've always served that policy where people would take U.S. dollars and hold them in addition to other currencies. But that not only has changed and is changing, it's going to change very rapidly over the next 4 months. I was asked by a listener for an update on Apple Watch, and certainly Apple's new watch has not had the demand for gold that many people had predicted, but the watch is still selling steadily around the world, especially in the Far East. So there is a drain on gold, but certainly not of any magnitude at this point. But the other thing that's popped up, and I'll do the same as I did last week, we'll be happy to send you the article, has been the unbelievable results of gold killing colon rectal cancer. And this is an article you need to look at because the demand for gold, even though it's in nano portions and just a little rise in heat with the iron oxide and the gold, is phenomenal in killing cancer cells. But it's an article you need to read if you have anybody with that. And that leads me to, many of you have prayed for my wife as we have battled the last 8 months colon rectal cancer, and we are headed to New York. As you look at this video on Tuesday, we'll be in New York for 3 days at Sloan Kettering as she looks at and is tested to see where we stand. And many of you prayed for us that have known about it, and we thank you. She's doing better, and certainly we feel that God is going to heal her, but we appreciate your prayers too this week as we'll be in New York Tuesday, Wednesday, and meeting with the doctor Wednesday afternoon after all the tests have been taken, and returning on Thursday. So it's something you never know when you have to battle, and after 45 years of marriage to Polly, it's been hard, but certainly with your support and the support of a lot of prayer warriors, we feel that she's going to be cancer free, and we hope you'll join us in that prayer. So thank you for that. And next week we do know of several things that are breaking this week, and we do, after we got close to a deal to be able to sell gold in Singapore, that we took a back step on an issue, but we feel that issue is nearly resolved, and we hope by September the 1st that we will be able to sell gold and set up accounts for you in Singapore in the trade-free zone. So there's some good things coming, and we're looking at, and we're thankful for all of our listeners, and I'll continue to make a commitment to you to bring the best information to you that I possibly can. 39 years in this business, it becomes family, just the people you know, the people you talk to, the people I talk to, clients that are trying to diversify and manage their money in a godly way. We're just thankful for that and make our commitment to continue to bring that information to you. If any of you need to talk to us, you can reach us at 800-247-2812. That's 800-247-2812. And if you're interested in a self-directed precious metals IRA, give us a call and we'll tell you how to set that up too. With this week's Precious Metals Market Update, this is Tom Clout.